Hey everyone, my name is Hayden Rahn. I am a 2016 graduate of the University of Oregon, where I majored in general social sciences and minored in media studies. I currently live in Temecula, California, and obviously in the process of completing my teaching credential at Cal State Long Beach. For fun, I love to spend time with family, watch Netflix. I golf a lot with both my brother-in-law and my father-in-law. Love to watch sports and play sports, and really just kind of relax and hang out when I got some downtime outside of work and now school. My perception of a good online class consists of a class that has a lot of different learning environments. And what I mean by that is video, discussion, PowerPoints, reading, all of those pieces, as well as a class that is well organized and has really good communication both from the professor and from others within the class. And so I'm really looking forward to this semester in this class with you all. As far as the Module 1 materials, kind of get into that a little bit. The first one is the instructor video. And something I learned from that was, this class is really about helping us understand how to teach and create an inclusive and collaborative classroom environment. And so I find that really important. I think that that's a really big thing to be successful both for the student and the teacher, is to have that inclusive and collaborative environment for students. The second video is related to special education disability categories. Something I learned that I did not know was one, that there's the 13 disability categories, and that those are intellectual disability, deaf blindness, specific learning disability, deafness, other health impairment, emotionally disturbed, speech language impairment, traumatic brain injury, orthopedic impairment, visual impairment, multiple disabilities, hearing impairment, and autism. So like I said, I didn't know that there were 13 disability categories, so that was really interesting to learn more about what those were. As far as kind of the eligibility rules for special education services, again, I wasn't too sure on what that was, so it was really interesting to learn that the two eligibility rules for special education services are: one, that an individual must have a documented disability of one or more of the 13 disability categories, and two, that those disabilities or that disability must have a negative impact on school performance. So again, just really interesting to learn that and kind of learn more about those eligibility rules and for special education services. The next piece was the TED Talk related to adolescence and disabilities. Again, really interesting to kind of learn more about what adolescence and disabilities looks like. And two of the common issues that I saw or learned or thought or stood out to me the most were, one, the lack of autonomy for adolescents with disabilities, and the fact that lack of autonomy can actually lead to less happy adolescents with disabilities because of the lack of autonomy. So being able to provide more autonomy to those adolescents is definitely key. And then the second one is just negative language around disabilities. I learned that is a common issue. So being that there is a lot of negative language around adolescents with disabilities, and obviously changing that to more positive language is important for adolescents with disabilities. And then in the reading of Bateman and Klein, I learned that people first language is important because it emphasizes the person first and not the disability. And examples of those might be person with a disability, person who is hard of hearing, person who is blind. So again, really good to kind of read through that and understand more about why people first language is important and why it's important to put the person first and not the disability. Like I said, my name's Hayden Rahn. I'm super excited to go through this semester and learn more in this class, and really excited to interact with all of you. Thank you all. Hope you have a wonderful night.